welcome to the Phillip Show. If you haven't grabbed your coffee, go ahead and get it. You might have cider. This is the season for cider. I don't have any, but I word on the street. Mm. Also, word on the street, we are getting into holiday season, and that's so exciting. But no matter what season we're in, there's always something that really brings our health to mind, and I know in a lot of the conversations, we see a lot of things on TikTok, we see a lot of things on Instagram. I follow a lot of different people who have health at the forefront. I do have a membership to a gym. However, I have not gone yet. Judge me later. But what happens when, you say, I want this not just to be a pastime. I want to do this not just because I want to look good, which is great. What happens when health turns into a lifestyle, and when that lifestyle turns into a brand? Well, I'm here with Kishani, and she has a brand new brand from the planet, a personal trainer, a health enthusiast, and a motivator. Kashani.
Hi, thank you, Phillip.
We're in the season now of just people concentrating on health, and it kind of comes and goes. And is there anything special you're doing this season for kicking off healthy time?
I've actually been detoxing for a while. I stopped drinking coffee, processed foods. I haven't used a microwave in months. And so, yeah, I go through seasons of just trying to see what I can eliminate or add.
Yeah, I have not detoxed from coffee, but
I don't blame you. That was a hard one to let go.
I'm glad that you said that. That you're detoxing from something. We hear detoxing a lot. What does that mean, and what does it do?
Well, it means for different people, different things. It's an elimination. For me, I just like to see if I can improve aspects of myself. Sometimes eliminating one thing, you realize your sinuses have cleared up, or your
Oh,
vision is better, or you're thinking clearer. So I like
mhm.
to just see if maybe every once in a while, is there something that might be hindering me being my best self?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I think that, it's interesting because people have these pockets of inspiration, or they're inspired to do something really big. It's like, I'm going to do this now. But you've really come to the time where you're concentrating on health as a lifestyle and wellness as a lifestyle. And you've even started a brand with it. You have From the Planet. Wait a minute. Now, listen, where did this come from? What has happened? So just for the people at home who are watching or who are listening, I see Kashani a lot, and I blinked and she had a brand. So I need to know what. So I mean, you're
That's how
always.
I
I mean,
move.
yeah, it is clearly, but I know that health has been your life for a long time, and we're going to get into how that started. But From the Planet, what is that, and why is that?
Okay, From the Planet is a holistic wellness company, a brand. I call it From the Planet because I have believed for many years that everything that we need to take care of ourselves comes from the planet. Uh, we were gifted with this beautiful earth, and everything that we need is on it. So a lot of my product line is nutrition from sourced from all over the planet.
And I love that because a lot of people kind of overlook what the planet actually
Oh,
has to offer
absolutely.
by itself. And we're in the day and age now where they're talking about they're going to grow some chicken in like a lab somewhere, and it's like, oh, I don't
I'm
know.
vegan, so that's just a thought.
Yeah, so I'm over here eating chicken, drinking coffee, and
I don't knock it. Just
you're over there living long and prospering. So your health journey, you started a long time ago, but have you always been so passionate about fitness and health?
no. I did become a vegetarian when I was in elementary school. But I honestly did not get into fitness until my 20s. And that was for vanity purposes. I wanted a flat stomach, and then I joined the military, and I needed to be able to pass a PT test, which at the time I could not. So that was a big push for me. And as I improved my fitness, I became a personal trainer. And then I, obviously was more fit at that time. And then working with clients, I realized a lot of their issues were not necessarily fitness, but they were nutritional.
Mm.
So then I studied nutrition, became a nutrition counselor. I had a business of cold pressed juice back in my previous state. And I would help people with meal plans and medical issues through proper nutrition. And then
Yeah.
from that, I realized a lot of issues were on a deeper level. So that's when I went into the metaphysical side of things, and my spirituality grew. And so that's been the course of my fitness, wellness, health journey.
Yeah.
So probably about the last good 20 years.
Mm-mm. Oh, wow. What made you want to enlist in the Army?
Well, I come from a background, excuse me, of military members. And at the time when I enlisted, I was a single mom. I was a high school dropout. I had been homeless before. I had nothing
Mm.
really going for me, but I knew that I could improve my life and the life of my children and give back to the country and do something bigger than me through joining the military. And I like to challenge myself.
Mm.
So it just seemed like a natural thing to do. And honestly, had I not joined the military, I probably would not have the trajectory that I have to get me to where I am today.
Mm. Is that because that you kind of had to really get into fitness and do it like just because you had
Right.
like
Right. I was forced into it basically, but then it became a lifestyle. So,
I know a lot of people they equate and I was speaking to somebody the other day and we were talking about health and wellness, but we were also talking about mental health. And they were equating working out with helping them be emotionally balanced and wellness that way. You said you're a vegan too. What have you found, either through your experience or, just because you've researched, what is the correlation between healthy eating and healthy living, excuse me, and healthy thinking?
that's an excellent question. Well, through my experience, as I ate cleaner, my mind was cleaner.
Mm.
A lot of the foods we eat today, if you can even really call it food, but that's another discussion,
Mm.
um, it blocks certain abilities and natural gifts that we have.
Mm.
And I feel like when I first started, I wasn't this happy, positive person you see downtown Yellow Springs. I was still going through a lot emotionally in my personal life. But as my nutrition changed, it cleared up a lot of those issues. It
Mm.
unfogged my brain. My cognitive functions were better. My memory was better.
Wow.
My inner vision completely changed.
Inner
So,
vision. If we can,
mhm.
let's pause there. Explain
All
that.
right. Third eye, your intuition,
Mm.
your gut feeling. Your gut feeling literally comes from your gut. And if your gut is full of junk, it's hindering your ability to use your own intuition.
Mm.
So once I cleared out my system, I discovered a whole new version of myself. Well, the true version of myself, actually,
Mm.
which really was where my life really began to improve. My mental health improved. My everything just got amazing after that. And honestly, it was through the nutrition that got me there.
Wow. Wow. And I love that you shared that. I hear a lot of things that seem trendy, but the trend has benefits when it comes to the health trend. So we hear a lot of people looking for the vegan this, vegan that, vegan. And it's so nice to hear the balance of that. It's not just a trend, it's really a healthy lifestyle, and it improves you all the way around.
I've had people talk to me like, oh, that's just trendy, that's just trendy. And to me, that's fine. Let it be trendy. Let it be on TikTok if that's what helps influence people and helps get them there. If it's trending, I'm happy for it, because then,
Yeah.
it might be a passing trend, but a few people will pick up and benefit from it.
Yeah. Abs, just as a sidebar, are trending online, and I haven't picked up that trend quite yet, but I might fall into that trend soon. I'm so glad that you found your life niche, that place that you just described. They were just like everything seemed to be working for you, because all of a sudden, with everything that you were doing, you added another level of entrepreneur to your belt. And this time it's with From the Planet. How did you begin putting this together and selecting what you wanted to present to people in your, I'm going to call it collection, your assortment?
Okay, well, I wanted to incorporate mind, body, and spirit in
Mm,
one. And so I really had to think and process what that would be. So From the Planet does have a wellness collection, and they're all vegan products. And the reason I have curated that line is because as a vegan, especially as a young child, like you said, it's trendy now. So you can go anywhere and get a veggie burger. But when I was a kid growing up in the 90s and the 80s, there was no such thing.
yeah.
So it was always difficult to find what I was looking for. So I wanted one source where everything that I carry is vegan. And when my product line expands to skincare, it will all be vegan, and so on and so forth. That will always be a part of the brand. But as far as mind, body, and spirit, what I provide as far as products are to help you function with that. They have enhance cognitive function, memory, improved athletic ability, different things that people really need that, like I said, you can get from the planet.
Hmm.
And in addition to that, I have blogs as far as not just nutrition, but modalities that I've learned along the way, like things like meditation, the Silva method, the benefits of certain practices that I use in my personal life that I want to share with other people because they have done tremendous benefit to me.
Yeah. I was on your website and I was so impressed that you had not just the blog, but it was kind of like free advice.
Yeah, I
So
call it free knowledge.
free knowledge. Yeah, because it's not just the products. There's kind of like a why. And if you're searching for more, here's some tools and here's some tips from you that are super helpful. Do you find that people, when they're looking for to not cleanse, but to start some sort of journey. It could be spiritual or some sort of health journey where something's going to get well. Do they normally start off together? Like, I am looking to make everything well. Or is it just like a byproduct, like we were talking about? Like, I had to do it and then this was the benefit.
I think the latter. At least for me, that was my experience. I can't. Some people, I think, go all in, but I
Hmm.
think you progress. And
Yeah.
you go through phases, and then you see what works for you, and what works for you might not work for me, and might not work for your neighbor. But I think as long as you start a journey, and you keep with that journey, then other things just naturally fall into place when you're ready for them.
You're a parent, you have an entire collection that I believe is going to be in store soon. How are
All
you?
right. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's already in store.
Mhm.
Hey, it's already in store. So give it a plug. Where's it at?
Right now it's at Tom's Market in Yellow Springs, and
Mhm.
in a couple of weeks it will be a Mystic Life in Xenia.
Wonderful. So Tom's Market in Yellow Springs and Mystic Life in Xenia, Ohio. And people can order it, correct?
Yes, from
And it's
theplanet.co.
so from
CO.
theplanet.co, you can go there and order it as well. So that brings me back to you being busy. You didn't just say, hey, you didn't just say, hey, I'm going to try and do this. You kind of sat with it. It had a lot of intentionality, and now it's making its way into distribution. How do you stay balanced?
Well, that's the beauty of this. When I came to Yellow Springs, I had initially started a restaurant, and my plan was to have a cold pressed juice food truck. Um, but what I realized through trial and error was that it wasn't working,
Mm,
my initial plans, and I had to consider why it wasn't working, and it was because it offered me no balance. Like, if you own a restaurant, you are married to that business.
yeah.
Even on your days off, if something happens, you're getting called in the middle of the night, alarm goes off, you're getting called. You're
Mm,
planning meals for the next day and the next week, and you're
mm,
out ordering food, and it's not a 9 to 5, it's a 11 to 11,
yeah.
and a part of my journey is to live life as I see fit. And so this company allows me to have a balance where I can write, I can put it on my blog, I can go down to Tom's, I can fulfill some orders. I get an alert, I need to send something out, and I can do that from anywhere in the world, really.
Mhm.
And that was important to me, to be able to still have a fulfilling life where I'm not tied down to something that I can't go away from. So
That's
it's really
tremendous.
like I'm busy, but I'm busy on my own terms.
Busy on your own terms.
If you want to go
Yeah.
to dinner tonight, I can press pause and go to dinner, and that was important to me.
What do you think is, a lot of people want to go the entrepreneur route, but a lot of people also kind of don't know what it takes to go the entrepreneur route, or there's a romanticizing of what it is. But then when they get there, like, oh, this is a lot more work than I thought. You were going to do a business, but you evaluated that, the restaurant with the juice, and now you're here. What is it? Um, Even though you wanted to do your own schedule, you wanted to create your own schedule and have free time for what keeps you motivated to continue? Because it's not easy, even though you're on your own schedule, So what keeps you motivated to say, this is for me and I will continue?
Because I know that I'm making an impact
Mm,
and that it's helping other people. And when someone tells me, like, I needed to hear this, or this has helped me with this, or I'm grateful for this, I needed that, that is my battery, charge my battery, that lights
mm.
my fire. Like, good, I'm doing something that's helping other people, that's helping me as well, but it's making an impact on others. And so that alone is more than enough for me to keep going happily and not feel like it is a hindrance to my life.
Yeah, that's so important. I think mindset, we talked about that a little bit, but I think mindset, is so important because there's so many entrances into the conversation in our minds about what we shouldn't do, what takes our time, what doesn't, and having that kind of focus to say, hey, when I hear this coming, this is what I'll do. Or even to have a detox to be like, listen, clean my gut because my mind ain't right. So what do you do for fun? What goes on? What else is there? What do you do?
Well, I love hiking in Yellow Springs. It's, well, when it's warmer. I
Mm,
don't like to be cold. I kind of
period.
hibernate in the cold, but I do enjoy spending time with my friends and family, and traveling is I'm very passionate about that.
Mm,
Um, and just, having freedom to try new things and different adventures, and seeing what's out there in the world. That's what's
now,
fun.
now, where are
And
you?
reading.
I know all these books, like and reading. Yeah, I got all those books. You can't see them, but they're all props. They just. I like the
Well, some
covers.
of these, like, I promise you, I haven't read.
So Okay, so I know you were heavy into fitness, and I believe that you still are. Where are you when it comes to like competitions? And what are you looking to do next in your fitness? Because you got one of those Instagram kind of fitness people bodies.
Oh,
Yes.
well, thank you. I actually used to do bodybuilding, so I've been in the competition side of things. I found it a little more stressful than enjoyable.
Mm,
Um, I used to have an Instagram that had quite a following, and I wound up just deleting it because
mm,
it didn't feel authentic anymore. I felt like I had to put on a performance, every day. So I do like the challenge. That's the thing, though. So and I'm older. I'm 40, almost 41, so I'd fit in a different category. So I'd be a shoo-in bodybuilding. But I don't know if competition and Instagramming my fitness journey is exactly like my move right now. But glad to hear you think that I could still do it.
yeah, absolutely. One of the things that you just said, I was thinking about it this morning, so it's funny that you said that. When you mentioned your age, you said you're in another category. I was thinking this morning of the expectations that we have for our physical appearance and maybe even some of the things that we do in our life. But as we get older, we're really different people, and the seasons change. And it's like, okay, so who am I in this season, and what does this season offer this person with these skills and this knowledge and this experience and this body? You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
it's really cool that you said that you had mentioned that, because I think that's powerful. We can get so I can be today and trying to do some things that a 25-year-old Philip with that mentality and in those situations would do, and it just wouldn't work.
Right, absolutely. Now, what I was referring to in that instance is the age category for bodybuilding. We hit a certain, but it does tie in completely. I I often tell people I've wanted to be 40 since I was in the fifth grade. I,
Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
knew I just knew life would be great then. And as you get older, there's a certain sophistication that comes with age that that is sexier, that's smarter, that's mature, that I it makes me feel bad for people who don't enjoy getting older, and I understand why some people don't. But we're meant to experience each age, and
Mm.
my 25-year-old version has nothing on my 40-year-old version. And and so yeah, I'm enjoying aging gracefully, I hope.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it looks good on you.
Oh,
P.S.
thank you.
and sidebar.
You too.
So for people who are listening and watching right now, and I want to bring us back to From the Planet, with everything that's out there now, and all the options that people have to go in one direction or the other, um, who is the person that would benefit the most from saying, "Hey, I want to explore From the Planet"? Who is that person?
Well, that's a good question. Honestly, the beauty of From the Planet is it can help anyone.
Mm,
Um, anyone who is ready to improve their lifestyle. There's no age. All my product. Well, you don't want to drink coffee at 6 years old, but everything else is children, adults, men, women, young, old. It's for anybody. Anybody who's ready to be on that journey of wellness.
mm. I love it. I love it. And let me ask you this: give me three, because I want to pick your brain on the wellness tip. What is the top three pieces of advice that you would give somebody who is interested in starting on their wellness journey?
Okay, research.
Mm,
Research and go through start journaling, you know, and figure out what your goals are. That's to journaling and figuring out your goals. And give yourself permission and forgive yourself. Okay, 3 and slash 4. Give yourself permission and forgive yourself and accept where you are in your journey.
That's huge.
Yeah. Because a lot of people get started and then they have a mess up day and, they think it's over for them. And I use the analogy like if you drop your phone, you don't just start stomping on it, you just pick it back up, and understand that we're all living a human experience. We're all going to make mistakes. None of us are ever going to be perfect. So you have to give yourself permission to make those mistakes and accept, where you are.
Well, that's deep. Accept where you are. It sounds so wonderful. And I know a lot of people are just like, oh, but I can't, like, because it's so hard. But, the harder things sometimes in life are the ones that produce the most fruit, and they're the ones that free us up. Yeah. So tell us one more time, where can we find you and where can we find From the Planet?
All right. From the Planet is fromtheplanet.co. And on Instagram and Facebook, it's at From the Planet Co. And I am Kishani Light on Instagram and Facebook and probably Twitter, but I haven't really been on it much since it turned to X. I don't know what's going on over there. But that's where you can find me and From the Planet. And as well as locally at Tom's Market in Yellow Springs and at the beautiful healing center in Xenia called Mystic Life.
That's wonderful. Mystic Life, if you're around here in Xenia, Tom's Market, if you're in Yellow Springs, and everywhere on the internet except X, because our jury is still out on that. Okay, so off the cuff, these are our last questions. These are just some fun questions. So here we go. Dogs or cats?
Both, but my dog's downstairs, and if he hears me say cats.
Right. We know you're outdoorsy because you said so. So would you rather hiking or camping?
Camping. Yeah.
And the top 2 people on your playlist?
Erykah Badu and Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, wait a minute. When I wasn't ready. Hold on. That's a whole nother interview. I wasn't ready.
Right.
I wasn't ready. Kashani. See, so that means that it's going to have to be a part 2. Thank you.
I'm good with that.
Yes. Thank you so much for, number 1, for stopping by. Thank you. And number 2, for being so passionate about your purpose and that being to help people and just make sure that what you're doing matters, because it does. So I appreciate that about you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, Phillip, and everything that you do. I appreciate just knowing you and having you in town. And you're amazing.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to be reaching back out to you because we got to talk about this Meg Thee Stallion.
My playlist is all over the place. I just saw the last 2 I heard today. But no, I'm a fan.
Yeah, all right. I love it. So that's Kashani with From the Planet. I hope that you jotted down where you can find From the Planet products. Of course, if you're in this area, you'll be able to find them in store in those 2 locations. And if you're online, you'll have all of that. Go to phillipo'rourke.com for more. One of the things that I took away from this is live life on your own terms. And I'm going to add in the season that you're in. What does that look like? And are you being your best self, the best version of you that you can be? If you want some more tips, some more tools, go to fromtheplanet.co. There's a blog there. Kashani has so many free knowledge for you, so much free knowledge for you. Take advantage of it. Browse around. Like she said, just research so you can make the best decisions for your life. And as usual, you are the best you in the world. Go to philipwork.com for more, and I will see you next time on The Phillip Show.
Don't